check it here on the tablet. Hopefully that wants to work today. Of course. There we go. Testing. Okay, we're good. Volume's good. So I'll turn that down because I know you can hear me. And today we're doing it all. How tall does it look over there? Let's see. Where do I stand here? Okay, yeah, you can see me pretty good if I stand here. So today we're doing it all. Holding the lids, gravel back, scrub down the glass, even though it's actually got no algae. This is amazing. For the first time in a year and a half plus, my tank is not producing glass algae. I don't think I see any. Just bioslime. And that's, yeah, downstairs is almost getting that way too. I hope it continues. It's a nice trend. Only thing that's changed in both systems, that big $20 pond light. I don't know what to say. Sometimes you get lucky and you find a cheap solution. It's solving all my issues. It's solving everything I've been combating. It's even solving my algae. I thought it was switching the lights, but it's happening downstairs too. After I just put one of those lights in about a week ago downstairs, and now all the brown algae's dying off. Yeah, the walls aren't getting polluted. It's happening slowly. It's only been a week, but huge progress in that regard. Yeah, they know something's up. They're like, uh-oh. The water's fine, but I need to do a gravel vac, so it's happening anyway. As you can see, my cover is not wood. It's got just fake stickers on top, and it's foam. That way I'm not putting 200 pounds of pressure on top of my tank. I've seen lots of nice homemade wooden tops, but you got to think about how heavy that is. Like dropping it's heavy on top of your tank. It's not good for your seams. And this tank is old, so I don't want to be putting too much weight on it. Thank you for the +1. So what I do is I did this downstairs too now. These are submersible, and you're meant to put them inside the tank. But the Oscars, I think the big girl's injury yesterday was, it's been like 2-3 days now. She hit her head kind of open good. I think she hit one of these lights. So now I'm not keeping them inside the tank anymore, and I'm putting them on top of the glass like this. It's kind of made the light look different downstairs, but as you can see, it's even kind of brighter now. When they're on top of the glass, it dims it a bit. And the glass downstairs is actually tinted, so it's really dimming it even more. But we'll see what happens with that. I think it's just going to take the blue light out of the equation. Makes the light look a little more yellow-white, and that's not so bad. So we've got to move these glass lids off now. I got lids on everything. I don't like the idea of fish jumping out of water, especially when they're $200-300 a pop. No, thank you. We would rather not do that. Glass protector pad things. break my break these things. Go. Get the lids off the barrels, so they're firm. Grab my other glass. Always drip water on the floor. That's why we have the floor towel. If you don't have one, you should have one. If you're keeping tanks, I know you've got one or more floor towels because I've got several. And that's part of fishing. Designates floor towel. So all the filters got to come out, all the glass. I still got to scrub it because you get this biofilm that starts to make the water look artificially cloudy. And we don't want that. I don't know where to start. I almost think I'm going to start with the glass because I won't be able to see it once I start gravel vacuuming and stirring stuff up because it's all pretty clean looking. So I'm gonna start there. Just give it all once over. It's not going to take much. It's not like scrubbing algae. Just gotta give it a quick little pass. Stuff comes right up. I forgot to do this downstairs. I did some maintenance on the Oscar tank, just filters. I meant to do this and I forgot, so I got to go do this after. But downstairs as well. Get the Oscars back in the tip-top shape. Their water was done yesterday. If you haven't already seen that video, you can see the biofilm right here. And there, it's gone now. But if I put the light over by the biofilm, you can see it like right here. I don't know, I might be cutting the camera off. You can see the fog of the biofilm here. I bring the light up to it. And you just give her a few wipes. And then it's gone. Makes the glass look a lot clearer. Makes your water look better. You don't notice that stuff building up, but it does. It's really good for the tank. Technically, it would be better for me to leave it there. But I'll leave it on the back glass. I'm just not gonna have it on my front glass. Some people might think I'm wrecking my biocycle doing now. I've got a big old sump with all kinds of stuff downstairs, and that's my biocycle. I'm going to completely clean all of my filters without any worry, because they have nothing. I mean, they help the biocycle, sure, but I don't consider them a part of my biocycle. I operate as if they are not. And I preserve the sump for that purpose, not the filters. I'm not touching the back because there's no green algae, so there's no need to go back there. I'll leave this biosludge on that glass for as long as it wants to be. I don't have to stare through the back glass. This front glass needs to be pristine, as nice as possible. I'm like even trying to find green spot, and I can't. There's no green spot. Like, this might be the first time since I started that I've gone, I think it's 2 weeks. Oh, it's inside a scratch, an internal scratch of the glass, but there was a little bit of green right there, and it was clinging onto a scratch. So I almost didn't find any. But still, like, Jesus. Just roll back my videos a few weeks and look at what I was dealing with before I put in this new pond light. I'm glad those days are behind me. So frustrating. Algae. I don't have a big, huge plant population, and I don't have 16 feet of substrate, you know. The truth is, it doesn't matter how you set your system up. If you're consistent and you wait, and you know, it's about finding balance. And there's more than one way to find balance. And Mother Nature will find it on her own. So you give her a set of circumstances and say, I want you to operate like this. Here's your orders. And she'll comply. She'll comply. She'll be like, yeah, I can make this work. You know, sterilized water, no problem. That's a plus. And she rolls with it. Instead of giving her like a swamp to deal with. These anubis were being strangled forever. They still got a little bit of trace algae on them, but I'm going to stick them down here, away from any flow. And hopefully they recover right there. These rocks would normally be fuzzy green. I'm turning them because there's a little bit. But for 2 weeks, that's nothing. It's probably just the old population trying to hang on for dear life. So we're going to drown it out. Ooh, don't watch that. It's a big rock. I might break something one day. We just smother what's on the surface and see if it comes back next time. I'm going to shut down all the heaters and the filters. Heaters and filters, and we're gonna start the old gravel bed. And the sump, it's all going to shut down first. And we'll gravel back, and we'll drain immediately, and we'll get the fresh water in. An hour later, this thing will look like a dream. A little dream come true. Oh boy. Sleeves all soaked. Okay. Gravel vacuum time. Grab a clamp. Stir it over here. It's probably not even going to be that bad, but you got to keep that detritus out. Let the fish healthy. I don't care what kind of fish it is. I don't think fish should live in the swamp. Here's why. Because in the wild, when they have a swamp, there's still like 2 million gallons of water. You know what I'm saying? It's not like 100 or 200, like 2 or 3 million gallons of water, swamp water. It's a different. We can't compete with that. So keep it clean, no matter what you're keeping, even if it's a guppy. You want to play around and do the dirted tank, swamp tank thing, that's fine. I mean, do your own thing. I don't think you're doing the fish any favors, though. I don't care what kind of fish it is. There's fish who will deal with it better, and there's fish who will die from it. But I don't think it does anybody any favors. Actually, still don't understand the trend. But, you know, I didn't understand Jim Jones either, right? Kind of the same shit, really. Not a lot of logic applied. It's a whole bunch of hokey pokey. Oops, I forgot to shut shit down. Now I'm draining my sump. Yep. Better stop that. That was a mistake. Could have went badly. This will allow some of that water to return. And I'll continue on with the siphon. Yeah, so before I even continue, I'm going to refill my, I got this glasses on. I'm just going to replenish that sump a bit. I don't like how low it is. I don't want to forget later. So we're going to do that right now. Yeah, it's not going well. Why is that not staying? Always stays. Oh, slight delay, but that was caused by a silly mistake on my part. Forgot my vape.
I forgot how slow gravity siphons are. I'm really not putting that much water back in. How does it take it so well, you know? It stopped. No, it's still flowing. I just gotta wait for it.
Damn, I used to change this whole tank that way. It used to take me a long time. It's going to make my sump feel faster today. A little bit. I forgot how slow this shit was. I was starting to think my little pump was slowing down, but no. It's still a rocket ship. Okay, we're going to call it there on that. That's all that took to do freaking 5 gallons through a siphon pump. That's ridiculous. I feel sorry for the people who are still doing it that way. Back to the gravel back. We'll get rid of this first bucket here. Continue on. The gravel's not very dirty. I could have left it alone, but that doesn't mean I should have. I'm a believer in shallow gravel. Because deep gravel just traps all the gunk. It eventually leads you to the problem. There's more surface area for beneficial things. That's true. There's also more trapped little pockets for things that are bad. You want to minimize those. My Oscar tank, it's so shallow that the poo doesn't even get the chance, and my flow's so high. The poo just gets kicked up all over the place. Same with the ear. There's no chance, and it's very similar in here. So the tank's always a little worse, and the water in the bucket's almost clear right now. It's almost like, it's still not a waste of my time though, because these fish need this. And as long as you're meticulous, you don't have to run bare bottom, you just gotta do the work. I don't like the look. I think the Discus appreciate having some natural looking gravels under them. I certainly appreciate it. Why wouldn't they?
That's it, we're calling it. It's a little bit dirtier towards the back corner there. But, that's because I feed right there. And that's all out now. This side over here is always clean on the right because I don't feed over there and they don't sleep over there. Okay. Glass, check. Gravel, check. Now let's get the old water out, get the new water in. That's when we're out the big boy. 840 gallons per hour. Set her all the way down. All direction. So I want this to be fairly low. Should do it. Now let's get this. Just drain it right out of my tub, which is right around the corner here. Okay. Here we go on the drain. Heater's off. Filters are all off. Most importantly, heaters are off. It begins. I'm getting quite the little assassin snail population. That's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have. They're actually worth a pretty penny. So if I end up with like hundreds of them, it's going to be good money. And I've probably got 20 or 30 in there, and I've moved a bunch downstairs already. I'm making sure all my tanks have enough of them. Well, not the Oscar tank, because they just get eaten. But it definitely solved my Malaysian trumpet snail problem. That was hell, but it's over now. I haven't seen one of those in weeks and weeks and weeks. So we're in good shape there. This drain won't take terribly long. And neither will the fill, so it's mostly done now. Sump's where I want it to be. We just got to get her done. Even after stirring the water out, it still looks fantastic in there. I don't want to say it, but it's almost like it's turned into a 2-week discus tank, and I'm stunned. it's not because I, have 6 feet of soil or any of that crap. It's just, I finally found the right blend of equipment. I don't even have an ass ton of plants. Most of my plants always die on me. There's plants in there, and there's plenty of living ones, so they are helping. But it's not what solved it. Hello, hello. Only Oscars. Catching me on the discus tank today. I finally hit that no algae stage. I'm like, I just like did the deep clean and there's none. There was none. It's amazing. Took too long. But I'm finally here. Yeah, it must be like take you the whole weekend over there. 3,000 gallons? Wow. I can only, but you probably got like amazing pumps though, right? How long does it take you to do one of your big tanks, drain and fill? It's got to take a while. I get my pop 1 sec. Oh yeah. Root beer. I love root beer. 2 tanks a day. Yeah, the fill. You can't speed up the tap, of course. My fill's pretty slow too, but it's the barrels that get filled, so I don't have to keep the fish waiting. I'm really probably this spring, I'm gonna link these 2 barrels into this tank like I've done downstairs and just double the volume for the discus. And it'll just make life even that much better for them. It's worked too well downstairs. Downstairs is kind of like my test bed. I'm satisfied that it's a good system, and it's a matter of just buying some pipe and some silicone and getting it and a couple sumps, couple little sump pumps, and I'm gonna link it all in. Actually, I just need one sump pump. 200-gallon chain. Yeah, it's about what I do downstairs, and it takes me about an hour and a half to drain and fill. But I can drain half of it or over half of it and then start filling before I'm done draining. So it saves me time. Hello, Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg's come give me crap. Where are you going? Run away? Yeah, water. There's water all over the place. Mr. Greg hates water. I want to go lower than that. Right now. Right down to fish height. Ooh. Hopefully I can't get any more. It's okay, they got it out of the way. There's some plants here, I gotta get back into position too. So friendly sound. Not sure what to do with these. I just heard something pop like Nathan frame. Sure it's nothing. Just that crappy cheap stand. Yeah. I seem to only be doing about 50%. 50% for the Oscars as well. I like to do more for the Discus, but the Oscars only need 50%. I'm doing it weekly. Actually, I'm doing it about every 5 days on the Oscars right now. It seems to be where I start noticing my little bubble thing is around 5 days right now. But that's going to extend because that system's still young, and give it another 6 months, and it should run well over a week without any trouble. Well over a week. Okay, now I'm just going to drain this hose with the old water and get ready for the new water. Like so. And we're off. Ooh, I hate that. Blasphemy. I dropped a drop of prime on the floor. Oh, there's some dripping on this bottle too. Barrels were treated already, but I do it again. It's just no point in cheaping on prime. It only lasts 2 days. And I know everything's fine, but I'm stirring up the water. I just did a gravel vac. So adding prime, if I for some fluke reason would have accidentally triggered an ammonia spike, I just dealt with it. I don't believe I did, but I'm just saying. I'm gonna get these filters out now. This one's nice and easy. You just pull out the sponge column. $204. Clean them all. I wish we could play music and make these live streams, but we just can't do it. We get shit. Hello, Kim, Spider Lady. You can go 2 weeks. Yeah, me too. It's pushing it hard, eh? Oh, okay. So you're doing the Python thing with the running water to start. Oh, Doctor Who Christmas special. Sounds interesting. Yeah, that is kind of weird, but I guess it makes sense because the salt would dehydrate you, maybe? I don't know. It is weird. I don't even know how to justify that with the peeing thing. And I did not know that. That's. I just learned something new today about the how freshwater and saltwater fish pee. I'm actually going to read about that later because I didn't know. Yeah, the salt is the key. Interesting. Yeah, that's. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I like learning shit. Okay, one more filter. Got sidetracked by saltwater fish pee. Doesn't take much to distract this old man. Okay. Oh, there's a assassin snail on there. I had to save them. They're my friends. The only snails I like. Well, that and my apple snail. But yeah. The pest snails, they're just tank cockroaches. Okay, and how are we doing here? Do I need to change barrels yet? No, but I do have to unplug a heater before I run into trouble. Might as well do that one too. Okay, I got enough time. Cleaning filters around the corner. Okay, the top sponge on this new setup was like so not dirty that I'm not even going to clean the bottom two. I'm just going to leave them there for biomass. Can't put it back because it's worth a check though. This thing moves a lot of water. It's like 100. It's good up to a 180 gallon tank, and it moves nearly 500 gallons an hour. So it's pretty good. I have to point it at the wall or else it's too violent for my fish. Probably meant for a bigger tank, but I use it. These you gotta check them every every week, because sometimes water gets in them. It's only a little bit this time, but sometimes it's up to here, and it's actually so little in there. I'm leaving it alone because I might not make as good a seal next time, so I'm gonna leave that alone. That took more than a week. I'm leaving that alone. The other thing you have to do on those every week is they have a filter sponge in them. You got to clean that. It gets right full of detritus. I think it sounds like I need to change the sump over to the other barrel. Let's get that going. You can tell just by the sound of it. No, we still got water. That's almost down. See how I'm here? Oh, it did slow down. There was gravel in it. I knew I heard something. There we go. I should resume. Boom, there it is. And we can engage the heating now. And we're running bang on 85.8. So that's well matched water. They haven't even noticed, other than the disruption. And they're probably happy that it's remineralized, what just fell, that's fine. My air pump's starting to struggle because the barrels are getting empty. Turn that down. There we go. Same, it's a 4-channel air pump, and it serves this tank and those 2 barrels. Barrels have sponge filters and air stones in them. And yeah, sure these are on there, right? Okay, now it's just the hang-on backs, and we're almost full, so I gotta be careful not to overflow my tank. Okay. Here, reassemble this puppy. Oops. Get it on there. Ah! What? Oh, that looks clean. I hate this lid. It says pain in the butt. Get it back on. Okay. I really gotta stop this flow here in a second. This wasn't supposed to take as long as it has. Okay, time to stop that. Let me pull this because it backflows. Here. Make it safe. And kick in everything. Okay, so go. And go. Go. There. Be up front. Be up front. Sorry, I haven't looked in a while. Doctor Who since 1971. Yeah, my girlfriend really likes Doctor Who. She's a big fan. I watch it sometimes with her, but I don't know. I was more of a Star Trek guy. Does saltwater have no ammonia spikes? I would think saltwater has ammonia spikes, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a saltwater guy. I've never done it. But I would think, ammonia is from rotten stuff. So I would think saltwater does, but that's just my guess. There's another one. Plug him in. Should go back to the races. One last filter. And this maintenance is done. All the levels are good. See, that's the lubrication on it. Okay, that's on. Still need to scrub some glass right here, it looks like. Probably on the outside. So, is Oh yeah. There we go. One more filter. Oh, I forgot the bio wheel. The stupid bio wheel. If I don't put the bio wheel in, my cycle might crash. Oh. Complete joke there. I don't know why I even try and make the thing spin properly, but I do because I'm an OCD. That's it. Last piece. Ta-da! Okay. Get this puppy down there. Lid on. This tank's gonna look like heaven tomorrow. I want to talk about dialed in. Check out tomorrow morning's video. Oh, if the lights are bright, and I'll make one. Oh my God, it hasn't even been on for a few minutes, and it's already looks freaking amazing. I can't wait to see it. It's probably even in an hour gonna look just. Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. Dialed the fuck right in. Really? Not pumping? Not here. There it is. Flow rate correct. Oh yeah. Okay. Pull these guys out. I want you to follow them. You get where you are. Wipe these glasses down, but I'm not going to do it this time. They're just a little bit mineraled up. That won't affect too much. I won't do that. Just let it right there. So it looks good. And now we have to signal that we're done. This is what I do. Let them know it's over. That's it. That's all they need. They understand that it's over. As you can see, they're happily eating.